This is the Reds POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Cincinnati Reds. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Good evening, Reds fans, and welcome to another edition of the POSTCAST, brought to you by Locked On Reds and the Locked On Podcast Network, now the #1 sports podcast network in America. My name is Tim Daniel. I am a lifelong Cincinnati Reds fan. I have been covering the Reds in podcast form for 6 years, and now my second here at Locked On, hanging out with you wonderful people, especially on nights like tonight when we discuss the Cincinnati Reds defeating the Texas Rangers 2-0 to take a series. If you're just checking this show out for the first time, welcome. We are so glad to have you. Please be sure to hit that notification button, whether here on YouTube or your podcast app of choice. So you can not only get me after each and every Reds game, but you get Jeff Carr and Steven Offenbaker Monday through Friday on Locked On Reds as well. I will once again be joined tonight by our good friend from the new Nasty Boys, Billy Devore. We're going to have some fun discussing Rhett Lowder. The defense on command tonight were excellent, and it wasn't a night of a ton of hits. There wasn't a lot of huge offense, obviously, but when you put the ball in play, good things are bound to happen. All that, a whole lot more. I'm going to hear out from all of our everydayers. Let's do it. Let's bring Billy on.
This is what you'll be talking about.
All right, Billy. So it's good to have you here for the weekend. I know everyone really enjoyed having you here yesterday, so we had to run it back. And we're going to run it back in a really good way because yesterday we got to talk about Brady Singer pitching really well. And then Rhett Lowder today was better. And that's not a knock on Brady Singer whatsoever. It's just that Rhett Lowder was that darn good. 6 innings of shutout ball tonight, just 3 hits given up, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. And man, he can do whatever he wants on the mound at times like that.
What a pitch mix, dude. I mean, all 4 pitches around the same amount. I can't wait to see the full chart tomorrow. But man, was Rhett good.
Yes. Yeah, he really was. So this stat's been popping up. I've seen a little bit. Rhett Lowder's 130 ERA is the 5th lowest mark by any major league pitcher, minimum 4 innings to start through his first career 8 starts in the expansion era. So that's since 1961. I would say that's really good.
I think it's all right. It might be better than that one guy in Pittsburgh. I don't know.
Oh yeah. I mean, because every prospect for the Pirates walks on water, apparently, according to baseball.
Yeah, we got to glaze them since they got 19 first-round picks in a row that are like top 5, and 3 of them have worked out and not been hurt. How about that? Yeah,
I know, right? Seriously. Yeah. So like you said, the chart when it comes out tomorrow on Savant is one of my favorite things to see the next day. He was so darn good tonight. And we talked about this a little bit yesterday. A really good Rangers offensive team. Like I know the Reds have held them to 3 runs the last 2 days combined, but those dudes can rake, and especially in that ballpark. You talked about it yesterday quite a bit as far as like how that ballpark plays and that weird outfield, which we'll get to the defense here in the next segment. But I was just blown away by how good they were.
What's crazy is what happened last year to the Rangers is starting to carry over, even though they've got a new captain at the helm with Skip Schumacher. Feast or famine for the Rangers. They have power hitters, but Jock Peterson's been terrible since he's got there.
He has bad.
Jake Berger is feast or famine. He's hitting dingers or he's, striking out. The guy does not walk. Well, he walks back to the dugout, but just does not walk. Evan Carter hasn't rebounded since looking great in the World Series and getting called up. He's been hurt or hasn't found it yet. So it's like, as someone who has the Rangers on their list of teams that they like and follow, it's kind of the same over and over again for them, but that's not discrediting Rhett, who looked incredible shutting him down. And the slider was just getting better and better throughout the game.
Not even to mention that Kumar Rocker was also really good on the other side. So he really had to kind of outpitch him in this game. And, we talked about that too. This is a series that if you like young up and coming pitchers and you're a baseball fan, this is a series to watch because you have this matchup we have today and the one we have tomorrow. It's was so fun to watch. But like Kumar Rocker today, man, was also really good. So I know we're a Reds show. We're going to obviously talk about the Reds, but I want to make sure he gets his flowers as well because he was really impressive.
Yeah, the only thing that's separating the two was Kumar had a bad first inning.
Yeah.
And the Reds strung together the hits that they needed to. And we can get that later.
Yeah. So William Barker asked, how do you feel with Lowe at DH? I liked it. I thought it was really solid, especially against right-handed pitching.
Yep,
young right-handed pitching at that. Guys he's seen before from being in the Rangers organization. Like, I think it was a decent way to go. And he had a hit tonight.
And it's not costing you much.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Not that I care what Bob and Phil do with their money by any means, but yes, he's not costing you much. Bullpen real quick. We'll get to it. I know obviously that's the conversation a lot of people want to have. Graham Ashcraft again. Awesome. Tony Sancion bringing his winter soldier name back. You're going to have me pitch every day. Put the arm on. Let's go. And then there's Emilio Pagan, who you talked about yesterday, got very lucky with throwing 90 middle. And then today has to dance around a lot and gets helped a lot by an Elly double play. I know you and I talked about Elly's I don't really know. Like, I think he needs to make the play for the last out, but I understand why he didn't.
Yeah, scorched, man. That was that, and with the artificial turf at that in the Weber grill, that's tough, dude. If since they won, I'm cutting him slack. If they didn't, it would be more of a talking point, and I would be less defensive.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think shortstop wise, he's actually played really well so far this year. And I thought today he did really well. Like Cowboy made a mention, he throws a ball to Sal Stewart that he gets an out at first. And he says something to the matter of like, look, last year, he's trying to throw that thing 1,000 miles an hour. This year he's set feet and he's making a throw. So hopefully that means we don't have to hear center field arguments anymore.
Shut it down. Elly plays where Elly wants to play, and Elly's clearly worked on it. And it's like he can plant and throw because he has two legs that work. And that throw was from the grass. Like it wasn't, he made that look light, even though it was still zinged in there. Zunged. That's not a word.
Yeah. So tonight, our everydayers, we are playing a little bit with the format. They gave me a new format to do where all the ads are combined into one with the three. So we're actually going to do 2 segments before we go to break. So we're going to go ahead and get to our X Factor because we've already been talking about it anyway.
It's time to reveal who made the biggest under the radar impact with today's X Factor.
I don't know if it's one person, but there was a lot of gloves being flashed tonight at the Cincinnati Reds. And we talked about Elly making some nice plays. TJ Friedl makes an incredible play, still getting familiar with playing in the corner in that left field play where he kind of gets laid out and still comes down with it. But obviously, if we're going to talk about defense tonight, it's Will Benson. Looks like a wide receiver out there just tracking these balls down into a deep, awkward park where the wall has this weird contusion thing that looks like I built it in Roller Coaster Tycoon. I felt like the defense tonight, and we don't talk about the defense enough when it comes to this team. We talk about the bats, we talk about the pitching. Defense has been really good so far this year. They haven't committed an error yet through the first 8 games of the year. And Will Benson tonight defensively was unreal.
Yeah, I'm knocking on all the wood because I'm just waiting for the other shoe to drop because defensively this team was not good last year.
Yeah.
And with how big that outfield is and how weird it is, dude, how about Will? You're absolutely right, dude. He needed that speed and he showed it off. It's like,
yes.
And then when you shifted TJ to left and he slipped and made that catch and you've got Dane in center, you basically have the speed, well, sort of with TJ Friedl now, but you have the speed of 3 center fielders out there that can cover.
Take it. Yeah. And Marte's still a solid speed guy. He's still learning field, obviously takes some goofy angles. I'm not overtly concerned about his play so far this year. I think he's going to even out, but specifically with the bat. And I think he's just going to get better and better as he plays in the outfield. He's just such a good athlete that it's why you gave him a chance to learn out there.
Do you also think that maybe his bat's not picking up at the beginning of this spring because he's still worried about learning right field?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Because I don't think he played enough in Dominican ball this year, if I saw right.
Because he got hurt at some point. Like he missed a string of games. And like that, I mean, learning a whole new position after, basically like 20 games of Dominican and a handful, like like a little less than half a season in the majors. That's tough, dude. I mean, he's basically just gotten out of training and they're letting him walk the floor.
Yeah, for sure. So apparently I'm having audio issues tonight. I did not realize that. Let me see. Am I okay? Can anyone give me a thumbs up here? Just make sure I'm okay. Awesome.
Yeah, I hear you.
Perfect.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. You sound great. You always sound wonderful.
Thanks.
Perfect. Yeah. But we're going to go ahead and take a break here, guys. And when we come back, we're going to just talk about one big thing here. Put the ball in play and good things happen. The tournament is here, one of the best times of the year. Brackets, buzzer beaters, upsets, it's nonstop action from tip to final cutdown. And right now, FanDuel is giving new customers a way to stay in their action all tournament long. Here's the best part. You get up to $300 back in bonus bets every day for 10 days. That means 10 days to stay involved throughout the entire tournament. You can mix it up however you want. Game picks, futures, or even same game parlays for bigger potential payouts. It's perfect for the tournament because every day there's something new, different matchups, new storylines, and more ways to get involved as the bracket unfolds. So visit FanDuel.com to sign up today. That's FanDuel.com to get in on the action. This episode is also brought to you by our friends over at Robinhood. What if sports were traded like markets? Now you can put your sports IQ to work in real time with Robinhood prediction markets. It's not you against the house. It's you participating in a live market. You can buy or sell your positions live all game long. Use your sports knowledge in the moments that matter. Robinhood prediction markets changes the game. It's people moving the action, so when momentum shifts, you can move with it. I always knew the game, but never had a dynamic way to apply that knowledge. Now I can actually take part live in a market powered by people. You're no longer just a spectator. Play by play, you decide. Trade every day with Robinhood, now available in the US. Download the Robinhood app now to begin. Futures and cleared swaps. Trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm. Workplace chaos, deadlines stacking up, inbox overflowing, and the one position you have to fill still sitting open. When the pressure's on and you need the right hire, this is a job for Indeed Sponsored Jobs. Indeed Sponsored Jobs helps you reach the people who actually fit what you're looking for: skills, experience, location. So you're not just hoping the right candidate stumbles across your post. And here's the stat that says it all. In the minute I've been talking to you, companies like yours made 27 hires on Indeed, according to Indeed data worldwide. So if you're hiring, spend less time searching and more time interviewing candidates who check all your boxes with Indeed Sponsored Jobs. And listeners of the show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to help your job get the premium status it deserves at Indeed.com/podcast. Just go to Indeed.com/podcast right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on the podcast. Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Need to hire? This is a job for Indeed Sponsored Jobs. So I got winded recording that earlier, and I just got winded watching myself in the recording again. So yeah, it was a lot there, but
Yeah.
it makes, I guess it makes the show go quicker. I don't know if you guys are a fan or not a fan, go ahead and leave in the chat so I know what to do for the future. Unfortunately, ads are going to be part of it, but if you don't want to have ads anymore, you can go to LockedOnPodcast.everyday and become part of the Everydayer Club here with us on the Locked On Red Show. It's $5 a month or $50 a year. You get ad-free shows like mine and Jeff and Steve Monday through Friday on Locked On Reds. You get added to our private Discord chat where we are in there all the time. I'm talking with all our lovely everydayers as well. And if you have a friend who you want to join and you're like, this is really awesome, I really like it, you can also gift a subscription to a friend as well. So go hang out with us, lockedonreds.supercast.com. Would love to have you guys in there chatting Reds baseball with us as well. And Billy, well, I know I always say when the guest is on that I give them the Locked On Player of the Game, and I'm going to do that for you again, but I feel like we already know who it is.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
I think it's Rhett Lowder.
I think it's Rhett Lowder.
It kind of has to be.
Yeah, I think it's Rhett Lowder because he's really good at baseball.
Yeah.
So I just got this. I believe you can gift anonymously. If you go to the website, the lockedonreds.supercast.com, it'll tell you on there. The notes will be in the description of the episode. But yes, Rhett Lowder for sure is the guy who is.
Yeah, when you're throwing around.
Can I say it? Can I say the name? Can I do it? Yeah. Rhett the Hitman Hart.
That's so sick.
Yeah, I actually got so excited about it that I sent it to Sadak because I knew he likes wrestling as well.
Yeah.
And he was like, this is incredible.
That's so good. Dude, Sadak gets it. He's the best.
Yeah, he is. He is. I had some people who didn't like it, but I liked it. Okay.
You know what? You can get rid of people in your life, man, and
Yeah.
it can improve yours. So that's going to be your litmus test now.
Yes, absolutely. It really is. Do you like this nickname? Nope. You got to go.
You got to go. You're out.
All right. So 8 hits tonight. And this is the longest titled segment I've ever had before, probably in postcast history, but
Yeah.
it's because I called it when you put the ball in play, good things will happen, because literally they had 8 hits tonight and 1 was an extra base hit. And it was Spencer Steer's double. By the way, Spencer Steer having a really good series. Makes my article today at SI, Reds Talk SI look really good. So thank you, Spencer. I appreciate it. But Matt McLain tonight, 2 hits. Elly, RBI hit. And let's talk about that, because that ended up being humongous, where there's a pass ball, Matt steals it gets to second. It wasn't counted as a steal. And then Elly brings him in. Elly, I'm going to go ahead and give good credit to Reds fan Brandon on X, on Base Machine, one of my really good friends I love talking baseball with. He had some really good stats just about how like Elly hasn't broken out just yet, but has really good numbers so far. I know the strikeouts are there, but his contact rate in the zone is like as high as it should be, and et cetera, et cetera. You can check it out there. We don't have a whole lot of time left in the show, but Sal Stewart again tonight, 2 hits. And, you know, we talked about Nate Lowe gets 2 hits. Matt McLain, 2 hits. Matt McLain's had a really good series too.
He just needed to leave GABP, probably putting some pressure on himself. And it was just like, you know what? Get on the road. And then he's breaking out. Yeah.
And then, you know, they had TJ Friedl's a walk tonight, 8 hits tonight and only 7 strikeouts.
Yeah. I mean, that's huge. And you know what's great about this is that we're seeing this in this series so far, with them already winning the series. They've won this offensively 2 different ways. They've won it with the long ball, and they've won it with creating chaos on the base paths and to quote George Grant, get them on, get them over, get them in. And that's the sign of a good baseball team. How about that?
It is, man. And I just loved like McLain's just heads up base running to, like you said, just make things happen. I mean, that second one where he doesn't score, but on a pass ball, he goes to third because he just made their catcher, I forgot who it was at the moment, forgive me. Danny Jansen, thank you. Rushed to throw to try to get him at first, get him at second. And that was when, you know, he just took full advantage of it and gave them a chance to get a run. They didn't get the run in, but the fact that he even sets them up there, I think is a big win.
Absolutely. Anytime you can get runners in scoring position, which the team was 1 for 10 with runners in scoring position, which when you look at it, it's like, man, they've been leaving a lot on so far this year and not capitalizing, but that's baseball, baby. The W is a W.
Yeah, that's right. And then William brings this up here. I want to make sure I give this some credit. Dane Myers hits what would have been a home run in like 75% of stadiums. I can't wait to see that. What that looks like on Devon tomorrow. But a 415-foot fly ball right to the wall. If it's like 2 more feet, we're like talking about a 4-0 win tonight. So
yeah, which at like 2-0, and the way that game was going until the 9th felt like a blowout.
Yeah, it really did. And I think the broadcasters mentioned that today as well. Also, want to make sure we give some credit once again to Cowboy and Sadak. We just need it all the time.
Yeah, and here's the other thing I noticed today is if you go on MLB.tv and you press down, if you're on the app, you can switch it over to 700 WLW and have that simulcast with the TV. So
you don't follow Austin Elmore on socials, do you?
I you know what? I'm not a big X guy.
Yeah. So he tweets every single day how it's super delayed. He says it to MLB. He says it to MLB like, please fix your it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
I appreciate it because that's where we're at right now. But hey, man, with that being said, they won 2 of the first 3 series of the year. And tomorrow we have a chance to go for our first sweep of the year.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So we will go ahead and wrap up this show now as the Reds are victors tonight against the Rangers, 2-0. The Reds have 2 runs on 8 hits and no errors. The Rangers have 0 runs on 4 hits and 2 errors. Your winning pitcher tonight is Rhett Lowder. 1-0. Kumar Rocker picks up his first loss of the year. It was also his first appearance of the season. He's 0-1. And Emilio Pagan graciously gets his third save of the year. And tomorrow at 2:35 on Easter Sunday, we have, I don't know if I've been more excited for a regular season pitching matchup in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
We have Chase Burns, who is obviously 1-0 with no ERA and 7 strikeouts, going against Jack Leiter, who was 1-0 with a 3 ERA and 8 strikeouts from his first outing of the year against the Orioles this week. That game will be at 2:35. Billy will be with me again tomorrow on the postcast, which has been super fun to have you here. I really appreciate it. Everyone, enjoy the rest of your night. Have a great Easter Sunday. Hopefully we're getting the brooms out and sweeping on Easter Sunday. I'm Tim Daniel. He's Billy Devore, the new Nasty Boys. Please give them a like, a follow, a subscription as well after you listen to us here on Locked On, of course. Have a good night, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Go Red Lights!